Hi everyone, my name is Jeannie Long, and in my formative speech, I will talk about the prevalence of mental health concern among college athletes in the U.S. Did you know that according to the CDC, more than 50% will be diagnosed with the mental illness at some point in their lifetime? Issues of mental health are prevalent among student athletes. They are at a crucial stage in their professional lifetime, so there's a need to look after them. Being a student who has participated in sport, although not all that seriously, but I can attest to the struggle ones go through. Despite the prevalence of these issues, most individuals do not seek for help due to the barriers such as lack of time and stigma. There's a need to overcome their barriers through strategies such as positive attitude and support from key stakeholders. Let's us begin by looking into the prevalence of mental health concern among student athletes. Mental health issues are prevalent among student athletes, confirmed by the various study conducted and published over the year in in their 2019 article published by the Physician and Sport Medicine Journal by Sarek. The portraits illustrate the prevalence by mental health issues among divisions. I call college athlete. They found that the lifetime prevalence of mental health issues among all athletes was 14%, and the male was 14.2%, and the female athlete was 13.6%. The issues were more prevalent in individual sport than team sport, with 17.2 prevalence and 11.8 percent prevalence. Contact sport has a greater prevalence than non-contact sports with 16.4% and 12.5%. The results are further supported by the other studies, such as the follow-up study conducted by the NCAA in 2022, which is determined that the rates of mental exhaustion, anxious, and depressions among college athletes are still on the rise. The lack of awareness and inability to identify the symptoms has further raised by 1.5 times since the COVID-19 pandemic. The various mental concerns include feelings of loneliness and hopeless, mental distress and exhaustion, anxiety, and like sleep difficulty. Um, um, a school has various program that and can help can help college athlete cope with mental concern. However, most mental health patients may be reluctant to seek professional help due to the various barriers. Volter um, Volter explores some of these barriers in his article published in 2022, the Journal of Athlete Development and Experience. The athlete culture stigmatized college athletes from reporting mental health concern and seeking professional help. The athlete culture is associated with physical and mental toughness, which stigmatize health-seeking behavior as a sign of weakness. Maria Duria cites time constraint as the other barriers in her 2022 um, honor thesis, mental health and college athlete. These college students are subject to demanding schedule as they struggle between academic and sports. Thus far, we have examined the prevalence of mental health and associated barriers, bring us to the various strategies that can be implemented to overcome the barriers. There is a need to look after the mental health of college athletes since they are at the crucial stage of their professional careers. One of the strategy that can be used to break down these um, barriers to positive attitude and support from key stakeholder, juries, suggests that these stakeholder includes coach, teammates, pay, athlete, trainers, or like parents. These individuals make us part of the social life of the athlete. Hence, they can influence their perceptions of seeking help and also improve the adaptive response to adversity. Supportive coaching is another strategies. Positive interaction with teammates and parents may be positive influence their student athlete perceptions of seeking mental health service. It is really important to include a mental health providers with the with athlete department to change a toxic culture instead of outsourcing. For the conclusion, it is clear that the mental health concerns are a prevalent issues among student athletes in the U.S. Study have indicate that prevalence among all athletes is 14%. Prevalence is greater among prevalence is greater in individual sports compared to team sport, and contact sports are compared to non-contact sports. Despite the various program and initiative to help student athlete cope with these concerns, most do not seek the service due to various barriers. These includes lack of time and the stigma associated with seeking help. As such, there is a need to look for strategies to overcome these barriers. These strategies include positive attitude and support by the key holder, such as the coach, parent, teammate. Um, so the mental health providers should be chosen from within the department to change the toxic culture. Thank you, everyone.